What if I told you there's already a tool that can help you target your ideal customer, get found online easier, and streamline all of your marketing efforts so that way your dream customer comes directly to you and also gives you some solid visibility on who you need to go target every single time. How are you guys? My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com, and that is exactly what we are going to be talking about in this video. Before I get into today's video, the tool and all of that good stuff that you guys absolutely need to see and also understand, I have to cover two quick things. Number one, masterclass down below. Go grab it. I promise you, I know I've spoken about it. We are in the process now of finalizing the last section of it, and it'll be probably published sometime around Christmas time. If you've already taken the masterclass, I promise you I will let you know when the new one is up. It is going to be it's like mind-blowing how cool it is and how much good information is actually in there. Number two is there is a giveaway. Down the links below, you'll see giveaway. Go click that link. It asks you to do like a couple things like the Facebook page and subscribe on YouTube. But I'm going to be giving away some really, really cool stuff. That video is coming in the very near future. I'm actually waiting for the stuff that I'm giving away to come here so you can actually see what it is. And let's get into today's video. Now, I have already given you a teaser about what we are going to be talking about in today's video, but a lot of you guys, I mean, I can't tell you, between coaching students, between MSP mentor minutes, the open office hours, the comments section, or even discovery calls. People just, hey, I want some extra free help. I am willing to do that. Every single one of you is having the exact same problem, and it is preventing you from getting over the biggest hurdle. And that biggest hurdle is when I ask you, who is your perfect client? And I say, paint me a picture, right? I could throw my arm over the person. What does this person actually look like? Male, female, where do they live? What do they do? What kind of business do they own? But more so than that, how many employees do they have? What kind of network would they have? Where are they going to hang out on the internet? All of these questions are almost never answered. Because think about it. If I said, hey, I know that my target audience hangs out on Facebook, it would make no sense to go on LinkedIn or Instagram and start making content for that. You would want to make content specifically for Facebook. Or if I said, hey, this perfect client actually really doesn't hang out on the internet, you really need to get in face-to-face meetings with them, that changes everything. You no longer want to pick up this device and start making content for any platform or start trying to use LinkedIn or any of these other platforms to try to target that person. If you know that that person doesn't really spend much time online and really hates being sold on the internet, it makes no sense to go on the internet to try to get them to buy. So right off the bat, we have to talk about your buyer persona. And you guys have heard me say this a couple times, but it is overdue for another video, and there's already an existing video out there, but this is going to give you so much more clarity. I'm actually going to share with you guys part of this buyer persona. Now, you could go online. There's a link down below. You can go grab this thing. It is completely free. It's click, it'll come into your mailbox. It's that simple. So we need to start building out this buyer persona. Now, if you already own a MSP or you have had that privilege of having customers, think about like your favorite customer. I remember vividly in my MSP days, there was a customer, and I'm not going to give too many details because if they do see this, and I don't want to make it so you guys are just going to target that one customer, but I had a customer of mine. It was a legal firm. There was 4 partners, and they were just my favorite customers. I mean, my favorite. I had 2 of them, and I absolutely loved working with them. But what I did was I figured out all of this information, you know, who they are, how old they are, where they're hanging out, what kind of demographics do they have, right? Their job title, their industry. You're probably going to know this, but when you already have an existing customer, it is very easy to go put this in. Now, if you don't already have an existing customer, that's almost even better because you could literally make it up and start to imagine what that person is, who they are, what they look like, and starting to go through all of these. So what kind of occupation do they have? Are they the business owner? You might be targeting CTOs, and that's perfectly fine. Or certain industries, banking, You could go into the public sector. You could get into white collar. You could get into blue collar with contractors or electricians. There are so many businesses out there that genuinely need your help. And the problem is, if you're like thinking, well, I don't know who really needs my help, you're going to the wrong places. Let me explain. You're probably going to a large strip mall where you have like Walmart, maybe some other small shops attached to it or nearby. And you're like, who here could be my customer, right? That is a sliver of the entire market that you could go after. You know what a great way to go find people is and get ideas for? Is go into a professional building. Don't door knock because that's soliciting and sometimes you're not allowed to do that. But go into the professional building and go to the wall, and on the wall is typically a list of the businesses in there. Take this little device, start going on there and start Googling who these people are. You might find like really interesting manufacturing firms. You might find mortgage companies. You might find titling companies. You might find private investigation companies. You might find software development companies. Yes, even software development companies need IT support. All of these are great options and opportunities. So if you're like really struggling, like, I don't know what to do, go visit your local professional building. I promise you there is one. And it's just a giant building with a bunch of offices in it. There's nothing special about it. You can look up like professional park near me. Usually that comes up, or like tech park near me, that usually comes up. It will show you, you're going to go in, it's going to be a giant parking lot and probably one giant building with a bunch of offices and all the names as soon as you get in the lobby on there. So knowing who these people are and what they do really, really helps you in so many ways. And I've already mentioned it, but targeting your content creation is just one of the benefits. If you know that that person is probably scrolling through TikTok every night, why not make TikToks? If you know that they're on LinkedIn, maybe they're a professional, an accounting firm, something of that nature, why not make content specifically for them on LinkedIn, where they probably are getting their business and building their professional network? It just makes sense. Stop making things difficult for yourself. It isn't as hard as most people actually think it is. The talking and the conversation and the sales process is quite a bit challenging, but targeting and knowing who you really want to target and getting that perfect clarity of that target customer will then open up targeted content creation. It'll also improve your engagement. I know a lot of you guys are interested in cold emailing and cold calling. When you know all of this information, and there's a second page too, you can go grab that if you'd like, but you know all of this information, like the preferred social media platforms, how they research and make buying decisions, preferred payments, right? Preferred communication, email, phone, social media. All of a sudden, right? Email, phone, social media, the ways that you might start doing some cold outreach, it's going to improve your engagement. You're going to get higher open rates. You're going to get higher click-through rates. You're going to get higher and more opportunities, calendars booked or meetings booked on your calendar. All of these opportunities begin to reveal themselves when you really know who your target market is. When you figure that out, all of a sudden, everything just starts to fall into place, which brings me to your effective marketing strategies. You're putting in the time, energy, and effort building this buyer persona out, which, once again, it's not that hard, but you have to have it on paper. Print this thing out, write it out. It is literally the first thing I do with any one of my coaching students, so they know exactly who they need to target. And when you target these people, you begin to know, and the marketing strategies are going to start to reveal themselves as, this is what I need to do. You might be a residential MSP. That's okay. Door hangers might be the weirdest way, or mailers, the weirdest way that you get in front of your target market. Or if you know that your target market, maybe they are super high-end law firms, right? And they really don't do any networking. You really can't find anybody that they're networking with. Maybe a mailer might work. The strategies begin to reveal themselves, and you know what already doesn't work. So you could say, hey, I don't want to focus on these areas. I only need to focus on these new areas to really get in front of my target market. And when you do that, all of these opportunities start to reveal themselves and bring themselves in. You may have to try several different marketing strategies or cold outreach strategies to get in front of that person, especially if this buyer persona is not dialed in to the best of your ability. Now, there's also some unseen hidden advantages of this. When you take this, you go back to your website, you build out your website and say, hey, this is who I want to target, right? This is the buyer persona who I want to target. You're going to get better SEO and you're going to get better discovery on the internet. Overall, people are going to share out your content more, especially if in that industry. You're going to get found more on Google or YouTube. Everything starts to open up over time when you have this really dialed in. And the best part about all of it is when you can talk directly to your target customer, you get the best conversion rates. Conversion rates that when you go on Google and you're like, oh, I'm only supposed to get a 1%, and all of a sudden you're getting a 2% or a 3%. That's 2 to 3 times what they say is a good open rate, because you have your buyer persona dialed in. It literally opens all the doors. You're going to get higher conversion rates, which means you're going to have more people into your email list, which gives you more people to email, which gives you more opportunity to set meetings, close deals, and build your business. This buyer persona is your golden ticket to finding your dream clients. And if you don't have clients right now, go through it. Think about it to the best of your ability. Go through, really dive deep on who these people are. And the second page is even more revealing. And just start writing it down. If you run out of space on here, grab another page, rewrite it, print it out again, and keep going. That the more information you have, the better. And when you can go out and you can hand this off to maybe a local marketing company or something of that nature, all of a sudden, even more doors open, because they're going to know exactly who they need to target, how they need to target them, where they need to target them. That is a dream for a marketing company to get. And the sad part is most people get angry with their marketing company because they never tell the marketing company all of this vital information, right? Personal information, demographics, psychographics, behaviors and platforms, right? We'll sneak onto the next page here. Their pain points and their biggest challenges that they're dealing with. When you hand that all over to them, they can create Facebook content, YouTube content, LinkedIn ads, whatever it may be, directed towards your ideal client. And guess what? When you get in front of those people and your messaging is dialed in, you know exactly who they are, you're going to make for a significantly easier sale. You're going to be able to charge way more money, and you're going to have a significantly higher close rate when it comes to dealing with these people. And I'm not just talking close rate of your sale. The entire pre-sale, those email marketings, the automations, all of that is also going to go up, and people buy from people they know, like, and trust. And by having this dialed in, you will get more and more people to know you, to like you, and to trust you, which will make your business grow. It is free. I literally give it out. My coach yelled at me. He's like, why would you give this out? This is gold. Because I want you to win. That's it. That's the only thing that I have. I want you to win. I want you to write after this video, I'm fired up. I know exactly who I'm going to start targeting and closing deals, like so many of you guys already are. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I just want to stress how important it actually is to go in, get this buyer persona. It is a no-brainer. It is free. Take 30 minutes to do it. Take 10 minutes to do it. Grab it with you, and while you're waiting for your kid on the bus line or waiting for your kid to get out of school, go through and start filling that thing out. But this is gold. It brings so much clarity to your business. I hope you guys appreciate this video. If you've made it this far, like button, subscribe button, little notification bell. I'll see you guys later.